NewsRme. The UN Secretary-General calls for collaboration to confront the world in jeopardy. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for unity and cooperation to tackle a world in danger. Guterres called during the 77th United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, opening on Tuesday. "We are facing a vulnerable world in our efforts for peace, human rights, and sustainable development," Guterres said, citing war and climate change, a broken global financial system, poverty, inequality, hunger, and division. Before the UNGA's high-level session started, he said, addressing shared issues will demand ongoing unity as we demonstrate the enormous promise and potential of this organization. Next week, several international leaders will address the United Nations General Assembly in New York. A Russian diplomatic source told Reuters that Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had been granted a visa to travel to the annual summit with half of the group requested by Moscow. According to the letter sent to Guterres on September 2 by Russia's UN ambassador Vasily Nebenzia, Moscow requested 56 visas from the United States. According to Russian diplomatic sources, the United States has issued 24 visas. Under the United Nations 1947 Headquarters Agreement, the United States is generally obligated to grant foreign diplomats access to the United Nations. However, Washington insists it can refuse visas on security, terrorism, and foreign policy grounds. The United Nations said earlier this month that it had negotiated Russian visas with the United States. Relations between the US and Russia have deteriorated since Moscow invaded Ukraine in February. Several world leaders are expected to attend the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom on September 19. Currently, there is no change in the funeral itinerary. That raised some concerns about the proceedings, but the United Nations said Monday's education session would go ahead as scheduled. Around 90 leaders have already confirmed their presence. His spokesman said the UN chief would not travel to London for the Queen's funeral.